Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the table. I am your host, Katelynn, as always, and I'm here with Shannon, as always.
Hello.
And today I have my mom. Is my mom with me today? You gonna say hi?
Hi, ladies.
Oh, she was one of the first people I asked about being on the podcast, and she was like, yeah, sure, one day. And then 14 weeks later, here you are, episode 14 or 15. So your chocolate preference is milk for sure, because every guest we introduce, we say their chocolate preference, and yours is as sweet as it gets. You also like white chocolate, right? Because you don't like semi-sweet or dark.
I don't like chocolate milk.
I'm not talking about chocolate milk.
You said
chocolate preference.
And then you said milk.
Milk chocolate.
Oh.
Like milk versus dark chocolate.
Yes, milk chocolate.
Yeah. And your favorite food is probably potatoes,
Absolutely.
Which is our topic for today. Is there anything else, any other food-related things you'd like to introduce yourself with?
I like pasta too.
What's your favorite pasta? Like dish, not noodle type.
Alfredo.
Mm-hmm. Shannon, do you have a favorite pasta dish? Have I asked you this?
I'm a chicken parm gal. I think that's my
Nice.
go-to pasta dish.
My work is ordering chicken parm next Friday for like a
I
Christmas
also
party.
enjoy tortellini. Sorry.
Ooh. That's okay. There's a weird delay today. That's okay.
Isn't tortellini filled with cheese?
It is. So I think you can also get it filled with meat, but my preferred is filled with cheese.
What kind of cheese is it? Do you know?
You know, that's a good question.
My guess would be like a
I
ricotta.
don't, off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so though, because I'm not really a ricotta fan.
Yeah.
Like raviolis, I don't like so much. So I don't know.
Yeah. Tortellinis are good. I usually don't get them because I would much rather have an Alfredo too. But yeah. So today the topic is just potatoes, but I guess for like some sort of, I don't know, organization to sort of organize it, we're gonna do like a ranking of top 10 ways to enjoy potatoes. I know what some of Mom's favorites are, and I'm gonna pretend that I don't so that we can have a discussion here. But I guess I don't know, should we work our way down from the top or up from the bottom? Like if we did 10, for example.
I don't know if I have a favorite. I just like them all.
Oh, this is going to be frustrating for you then. You'll have to break ties.
Oof. Okay.
So we have 10 ways to enjoy a potato, and I'm going to read them out again in case any didn't pick up from Mom. And then we'll put these into a collective order that we all have to agree on, which will be incredibly frustrating for you and me. So, we have baked, mashed, roasted, French fries, home fries, Hasselback potatoes, scalloped potatoes, raw, hash browns, and potato chips. What's that quote from Lord of the Rings? Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew.
Before we get too far,
Mhm.
a Hasselback potato, can we just define that?
A Hasselback potato is like you take a potato whole and you slice it really thin, and then you bake it, and then you add like bacon and cheese and stuff on it. So it's like a baked potato, but it's sliced very, very thin.
Oh,
They call that a Hasselback potato.
that's so fun.
And I think a lot of the times you don't cut it all the way through.
No.
You like cut it almost all the way to the bottom, so it's kind of like an accordion.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I feel like it looks sort of familiar, but I don't think I've actually tried one myself.
Shannon, do you like, in instances where it makes sense, like baked potatoes or mashed or fries, do you like skin on for potatoes? Or do you like peeled?
That's a good question. I think in general I like them peeled. Sometimes French fries are nice with the skin, a little bit of skin still on though. Yeah. I think in general though, peel it.
You don't like it peeled, right?
No, I don't. I only have mashed potatoes. Have it peeled.
Yeah.
Because mashed potatoes, I don't want to eat the skins in the mashed potatoes. Sometimes it's okay. Like a lot of restaurants will do that. They'll leave like they'll call them smashed potatoes, and they leave some of the skins on.
Yeah, Roadhouse I think is like the quickest example I can think of that does that. Yeah, I like for mashed. I like it peeled too, but like in
sometimes a baked potato, I don't eat the peel. I just eat the inside.
Leave a little bowl behind.
But yeah, like at Texas Roadhouse, they have a lot of salt on their potatoes, and I don't like that much salt, so I just kind of just scoop out the inside.
I had another question for Shannon. Crap. Oh, do you like potato skins? Like loaded potato skins?
They're not my favorite. I think in a previous episode I mentioned the twice baked potatoes, which I think are maybe the closest thing to it. But I think you still have a little bit of the inside when you're eating those, so it's not really like a skin just by itself.
Yeah. I like them to an extent. I don't think I would ever make them from scratch.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. But
well, we did it with the cheese and broccoli. Twice baked potatoes with cheese and broccoli.
Oh, the twice baked. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the skins. I'm like, we didn't do that with broccoli.
Potato skins, yeah. I've never made them. I've always ordered them. If I go out, I'll order it at certain places. I like it, but I wouldn't make it.
It seems like such a pain in the butt to make. Shannon, what's the most like complicated potato dish you can think of?
Yeah, I think potato skins are up there.
Yeah.
Certainly. It's one of those things where like you see it on a menu and you're like, thank goodness. I don't need to make it. I'm gonna order it.
That's how I feel about chicken tenders. Like they're easy enough to make, but there's so much work to like either fry or air fry or whatever.
Any type of potato is a lot of work to make.
True. They take forever to cook, no matter how you cook them. I think scallop potatoes would be a really complicated one for me, just because like the cheese sauce is really particular.
Yeah, you got to make a roux and everything, and
yeah,
before you even put them in there, and you need the mandolin to cut them all the same size.
You ever make your own French fries, Shannon?
I had to think about that. I don't think I have. We tried to make our own onion rings. That's what I was thinking of.
She's never had French fries here.
Have you had French fries here?
Like your homemade ones?
Yeah. You can answer it. It's okay.
What was that? Oh, is that like a phone vibrating?
Yeah.
That makes way worse sense. I was like, when did Chewbacca join the podcast?
Maybe I'll leave that in. That was funny. Yeah, so mom hand makes fries all the time. And we do it really simply. Like, we don't blanch them or anything. We just cut them and fry them. But we turn them into poutine or poutine for y'all American folk. Like, we're not American. But a lot of Canadians will say poutine, when it's just fries covered in gravy and cheese. And I think that's my favorite potato dish. But it's not really... It's kind of just in the French fry category, so I won't list it as a separate thing.
Should definitely be considered, though, because I am also a big, gonna say it, the poutine.
That's okay. You can say it like that.
I do enjoy that as well.
I'll eat it, but I don't like the cheese. I just like the gravy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll order a French fry sometimes with a side of gravy.
I love the cheese. But we clearly have already had the cheese episode, and everyone knows how much I love cheese. I don't know if I mentioned squeaky cheese in that episode. It's cheese curds, but like we call it squeaky cheese because it squeaks a little on your teeth.
It smells like feet.
All cheese smells like feet. So I have the 10. I guess now that we have a 10, we'll start from the bottom up because then we're not starting with like an endless list. So my number 10 would be raw, but I don't think you guys would put that as number 10. I don't know. What do you think, Shannon?
No, definitely not my number 10 because I would just peel it and eat it like a potato. Like an
potato?
Apple. Like an apple. Or slice it and cut in fours.
Yeah, I don't think Yeah. Oh, good slice. Sometimes everyone else will be having mashed potatoes, and then I will just take some raw ones while they're cooking and eat that instead.
So would you guys then put that as your number 10, or do you think there's one that belongs there? Either one of you.
Me would be the hash browns.
I think for me, I personally am not a huge baked potato person. I feel like that's an unpopular opinion.
We're not going to be able to agree on a 10, I don't think. We might as well just each pick our own. All right, well, we can each pick our own. So I think my number 9 might be scalloped potatoes. And they're good. I just think it's too much cheese. And it's like cheesecake or other things I can have maybe 3 bites and I'm all set.
Really? But it's a thicker cheese sauce, though.
That, I think, is precisely why.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Yeah, it's just,
yeah,
it's
I
too
said that
thick.
out loud, and I was like, that's probably the problem.
All right, Mom, what about you?
I'm gonna go potato chips.
Chips?
Yep.
Says the one who's got potato chips next to her right now. Do you have a favorite flavor of potato chip? Is it barbecue?
No, just a plain.
Oh, just plain
Ruffles.
Lay's. Ah, Ruffles.
Wonderful. So you like the ridges?
Yes.
They have ridges. They're very upfront about that.
I don't like the what? No, I don't like the Lay's potato chips. The Ruffles. I like the Utz or the...
Is Ruffles Lay's?
Wachusett. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, so you don't like the Ruffle brand. You like Wachusett or Utz.
No, I like the Utz, but they're Ruffles.
Yeah. But like there's a... Ruffles has a brand. You prefer the Utz ridged chips over the Ruffles ridged chips.
There's one that I don't like, and it's Lay's Ruffles.
Yeah, they're...
Any other ones I like. Any other
Okay.
Ruffles I like.
Okay. Is Lay's the ones that are
On
really
board.
thin or really thick?
Really thick.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
More salty.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something about the Lay's plain ones. They're so salty.
Mm-hmm. They're definitely like,
Too much.
you better have a cup of water or like a soda when you eat those.
Mm-hmm.
I really only have them at like parties when they have the individual bags of chips. What's your number 9, Shannon?
I'm looking at the list. I think, okay, I need to circle back to the Hasselback second. So is it kind of mushy like a baked potato is, the slices? Or do they get crispy because they're so thin?
They get crispy because they're thinner. I mean, it's soft in the middle, but they're crispier on top.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So more crisp than a baked potato, but not as much as like a roasted potato. Whereas like roasteds are usually like chopped up. That's a pretty looking potato. We have Googled an image of it.
I've also Googled an image of it.
Oh, did you?
Were you gonna? Do you have Shannon's number?
No, I was going to send it to you.
Oh,
But see how thin they're sliced?
Yes.
But they're still soft in the middle. It's not soft like a baked potato. It doesn't fall apart like a baked potato because it cooks like in a circle.
yeah, but you could still like mash it with a fork. Like it's very similar. The closest thing on this list is a baked potato.
Amazing. That helps a lot. I love that a potato that I personally have not tried is not. It's like moving up the ranks more and more I hear about it.
Because you put butter and garlic in like in between the slots before you cook it, and then once it's done, then you sprinkle it with the bacon if you like bacon and cheese, and then you can put it back in the oven for a little longer so it crisp up, or like a high broil.
Sounds really good. Okay, so I think in that case, as much as I guess, gave my cheers for a raw potato, I think it's going to have to be my number 9. It's just not as outstanding as these other.
Yeah. I can see why people would like the raw potato.
Starchy.
Yeah, just pure starch. I mean, there's a lot of foods
It's
I
like
would
raw
eat like
pasta.
that. Yeah, I mean, I eat like pizza sauce out of the jar, so we all have our things we eat like unprepared.
Sorry, can we address that?
Caitlin's hot take of the podcast: I eat pizza sauce out of the jar with a spoon. Not a lot of it, like 2 or 3 bites is like a snack, but.
When did you first try that?
I tried it maybe a few years ago when we were making like Pillsbury dough pizzas, and I would just like, after I finished spreading the sauce and everything was done, I would just like clean off the spoon by like eating it, and then put it in the sink. Obviously, I didn't put it back in the drawer.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I like, and like specifically pizza sauce, because I'm one of those people, like, pizza sauce and tomato sauce are 2 very different things. So like it has to be like pizza sauce with like oregano and all that, and not just like marinara sauce. My number 8
That
is...
history makes a little more sense. That you like licked it when...
Yeah, I
Can
didn't
you hear
just...
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I didn't just like go to the grocery store and be like, this is a fun snack, and then grab a jar.
That is what I was concerned about. Okay, your number 8.
My number 8 is probably baked. Yeah,
You're just not a potato person.
I'm a potato person, but unfortunately I like them crispy.
Mm-hmm.
And a baked potato is not crispy.
No.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be fries, which we'll get down the line, we'll realize there's a consistency to mine. I like crunchy potatoes, and I think a baked can be on the crust, but I mean, you're still just covering it in cheese anyway, so it's still just soft. I think it's a fine way to eat potatoes, but it's not my favorite.
My number 8 will be scallops. Scalloped. Just because it takes a long time to cook and prepare if you're doing it from scratch.
Mm-hmm. You have a favorite boxed scallop potato, right?
No, not a favorite box scallop. It's just whatever if I grab a box one at the store.
Oh, wasn't there like a certain box that you liked?
No.
Oh, never mind. Shannon, have you had scallop potatoes? Oh, I mean, we already talked about it.
I haven't made them from scratch, but I've gotten them in a box.
Yeah.
I've made them from scratch a couple times. It's just the sauce gets very thick. And if you have a milk intolerance, it's not good for you.
Yeah, Mom is slightly lactose intolerant. That's another thing with mine is like the thing I have with mac and cheese, like homemade mac and cheese is not as good as like Velveeta to me, because sometimes synthetic cheese is just worth it, and I think the scalloped potatoes is the same way. Because I just think like regular like roux cheese sauces taste more like milk than like cheese.
Milk and like powdery, like.
Yeah, because you can taste the flour and the milk more than the cheese to me.
Right.
But I think it's because I'm oversaturated with like synthetic cheese sauce, you know?
Yeah, I feel like when you're used to like sharp cheese or cheddar tastes that like punch you in the face that it's cheese, tasting a more milky roux, it's a big difference. It's still good, but it's not the same.
Yeah. What's your number 8?
All right. I think number 8 is going to be the Hasselback.
Okay, there they are.
She's going to go try
there
it.
They are. They're on the board now. I think it's just the other ones I enjoy more.
Yeah. That's fair.
You got to definitely try it, though.
I do.
Not a lot of restaurants have it, but
now.
There's a trick to it too. If you have like a pair of chopsticks, put the chopsticks down on the table, put the potato in the middle of them, and then slice down perpendicular to the chopsticks, and your knife will stop at the chopsticks, so you don't cut all the way through. So it creates like a barrier to cut them.
It's a great tip.
Yeah, it fans out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the potato's supposed to fan out. If you cut them all in pieces, it doesn't. You can still cook it that way, but the bottom doesn't stay intact. They're all in pieces. You know.
Yeah, I like them sliced and roasted more than the Hasselback too. But I learned the chopstick thing from TikTok, as I learned most things at this point in my life.
Oh, I've done that for years. Yeah, put a chopstick or a knife.
Oh, I haven't noticed that then. Well, never mind. I learned it from my mom.
Just edit out the part that said you learned it from the internet. Never happened.
Yeah, I think with that, Hasselback would be my next one too. Just like, it's fine, but it's like so similar to a baked potato for me that I have to kind of leave them together. Great for
This is where it
toppings.
gets tough.
Yeah.
Because the rest I could eat on a daily basis. Breakfast, lunch, and supper. I can mix it all up.
I'm just crossing out the ones you've already picked. There we go.
All right, I'll go with raw because I really like all the others.
Raw is on the board.
Even though there's just no rhyme or reason for my list.
That's okay. You didn't really prepare much. No one, I don't think any of us did. That's been an ongoing comment of like, we're just here and we just figure it out as we go.
That's fine.
We have 10
Works.
viewers. We don't need to be that professional. And I think 8 of those 10 have been on the show.
Have they?
Yeah. They're all Shannon's friends and Noah. I found out Noah listens to this at work.
Hi, Noah.
Hi, Noah.
Hello, Noah.
Because I'll like reference, I'm like, oh, on the podcast I said this. And he goes, yeah, I know, I listened to it. I'm like, aw. I know he's like on them, but I didn't think he would listen to the other ones because like I never asked him to. But I guess because he listens to music at work all day and we're on Spotify, so he just throws it on sometimes. All right.
I'm honored.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. Ever the supportive boyfriend. What is your number 7, Shanno?
Did you say your number 7, Caitlin?
Yeah, it was Hasselback.
Oh, okay. I lost track. I thought that was your 8. Okay. Number 7.
Just
I
called her
think-
Shanno.
Didn't even register it. I feel like I've been called so many versions of my name at this point that I'm like, yeah, it's close enough.
You're in my phone as Shanos, like as in Thanos from Marvel.
Amazing.
You were Shanbutt, Shanimal. You just change it every now and then.
Bat Shan is
Bat
comes out
Shan.
every now and again.
Yeah. I love that. I still love that, like, I have one of the most nicknameable names, and, like, Shannon and Noah being, like, the 2, like, closest friends of mine have, like, some of the least nicknameable names, and yet you have 14 nicknames, and I have none.
I have never thought to address you as, like, Kate or Katie.
Mm-hmm. That's mostly
Like,
Mom's
just,
fault.
it doesn't feel right.
She was like, nope, her name is Caitlin. We're gonna call her Caitlin, not Kate, not Katie. And she's smiling because she knows. And I like Caitlin more than Kate or Katie. And it really helps when I'm around other Caitlins because they're all Kates.
KDJ.
Katie, well, yeah, those are my initials. The only Katie is my first and second initial, being K and D.
Oh, yeah. Never thought of that.
But my brother is CDJ, so you got the 2 similar letters of K and C, which make the same sound, and we have the same middle and, well, last initial, obviously. You have a Caitlin and a Colin. You
Never
basically
thought of
named
that.
us the same name. You just
Absolutely.
changed a vowel sound in the middle.
Did. Wow.
Welcome to your children's
Never even
names.
thought of that.
Just now realized.
You changed the A to an O and got your son's name.
It took out a T, too.
Oh, he did take out a T. He's not Katelynn. And they got
Dad
so
picked your
funny.
name. I picked Colin's name.
That's true.
And I only liked it because it was a TV show that was on for Colin's name, and I liked the name Colin, but we spelt it differently.
His name was partly influenced by a TV show?
Yes.
What show?
It's not something I watched all the time. It was just something that was on, like Road Rules or something for MTV.
He would love to know that he was named after MTV.
It wasn't really a named after that. I just saw the name one time. I'm like, oh, I like that name.
Yeah.
But it was spelled Colin, and I didn't like it spelled that way.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to be called Colin.
Mm-hmm.
So we were writing out a bunch of different ways to spell it, and we came up with Caulin.
Yeah.
It was Colin. Not Colin.
Not Colin.
Mhm.
Colin. And Shannon was almost Cheyenne.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cheyenne, like the capital of Wyoming.
I never
believe,
forgot the capital of Wyoming because of you.
It's funny because I worked with a girl at my store, and her name was Cheyenne, and I told her for a while, I'm like, I can't remember your name. How do I remember your name, or how do you spell it? She's like, it's like the capital of Wyoming. Like, okay, I never forgot it after that.
It's just the rule.
It's just a rule. Or it's spelled that way, too, she said, or something.
Mm-hmm. I told that to Molly. Molly being my little cousin, who she can name all the states and the capitals now. And I got through a good half of them before I had to start really thinking about it. And she was like, how'd you remember Cheyenne? Because she couldn't remember it. And I told her that story. She goes, that's a weird way to remember it. That and St. Paul drank a Minnesota. St. Paul, Minnesota. That's the capital of Minnesota.
What's the word in the middle?
So Shannon taught me this. To remember the capital of Minnesota is St. Paul. You remember the sentence, St. Paul drank a Minnesota.
Oh. I didn't hear drank a. I just thought it was like...
Did I say too fast?
Yeah, sounded like you were talking Harry Potter-ish.
Expecto Patronum! Speaking of, Shannon's picture today is a potato dressed up as Harry Potter.
That's cute.
It says expecto potato.
Mine is a little lazy. It's just the same picture that is the background. So.
Oh, look, you two are going to have to go shopping together at that store now.
Oh, yeah. There's a new Hot Topic type store at one of the malls that sells a lot of Harry Potter stuff. A Harry Potter, a Hufflepuff varsity sweater the other day. All right. We've gotten off topic.
Sorry, I was trying to think of a fun comment about sports, and I had nothing.
It would be perfect for playing Quidditch in. Am I right, fellow nerds? All right, Shannon. I don't know if I've heard your 7, or if I didn't write it down.
No. Yes, I think mashed potato is going to be my number 7.
Wow.
And this is definitely unpopular because I actually don't like traditional mashed potatoes with just salt and milk.
Mm-hmm.
I need to add cheese and bacon and other fun ingredients to it and make them loaded.
Ah. Do you like sour cream on potatoes?
It is. Just like normal potatoes. Not really.
I assumed as much.
But that's, I think, more attributed to the sour cream than the potato itself.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's going to be put in 7 because I'm very picky about it.
That's fair. All right. Getting down to the wire here. I'm going to put home fries. Similar for what Shannon was saying is I'm very particular about my home fries as well. I need them cut teeny, teeny, tiny and fried until crispy. And not sort of fried where they're soft. I need them to crunch like a wasabi pea or a potato chip in my mouth. Otherwise, I feel like it's such a waste of time. Because you can't really top it with anything. You can put garlic salt and whatever. But that is mine. I have to make them my way very particularly. It'd be your turn.
That's my turn?
It is your turn.
I'm go with the Hasselback. I don't make them all the time, but
Yeah, they're like good, but not like top 5 good.
not top 5. Well, yeah, they're still top 5 good, but
Well, you put them at number 6.
I told you there's no rhyme or reason. They're all top 1s for me. I mean, like you said,
all these potatoes are winners in our hearts.
What'd she say?
All potatoes are winners in our hearts.
Absolutely. Like your home fries. Yes, I don't like them small. I like them small, but not like your small.
Mm-hmm.
Medium. I don't like them large because if you cook them too large, it's too meaty.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be medium to small.
They're like the size of a Monopoly dice.
Yeah, that's a good size. You like yours smaller.
Mine are the size of the Monopoly houses.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. But I still like a nice crisp to them, but they got to be soft in the middle. They can't be crunchy all the way around.
Mm.
And obviously, every potato on this list, there's bacon added at some point, or garlic salt, or garlic and herb salt, and pepper. Some get cheese, some don't.
Yeah, garlic and potatoes are like one of my favorite food combos. Go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Absolutely.
It's a good combo.
Mm. What about you?
Okay. I think I'm with you, Caitlin. I'm going to put home fries at number 5. They kind of have to be a particular way. I'm also not always in the mood for them, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of like a breakfast if I'm feeling fancy. I'll add a home fry.
Mom is shaking her head as you speak.
We made home fries twice last week just for supper.
We did.
We did.
I don't even like them that much, and I was like, I'll have some too.
That's so funny.
But we do breakfast for supper a lot too, though, now and then. You know?
Yeah.
So we do have home fries for supper.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good breakfast for supper.
Me too. It's like breakfast is great. Breakfast at any other time in the day, greater. Because then you don't have to like wake up and immediately start cooking. It's like the end of the day, and at that point you're like, all right, let's cook. And then you still get breakfast at the end of it.
And you're still as full as anything because breakfast is so filling.
It is
and you
very
have it for
filling.
supper. It's like, oh my gosh, so good.
It's nap time after that.
You can't just have potatoes. You got to have everything for breakfast.
Exactly. Like, if you're going to make a breakfast, you got to make all of the works.
Mm.
Absolutely.
You gotta get the eggs and the pancakes or waffles or toast. You have to have one of those, like, bready options.
All 3.
You gotta have... I mean, okay, sometimes all 3. You don't make waffles.
No, we don't usually do waffles. We do pancakes. Yeah, a couple pancakes.
Yeah, we have sometimes, like, either a bread or a not a hash brown, or an English muffin or a croissant. And then you have the bacon and the sausage and the beans and the potatoes. And the dining table is full before you even put your plates and drinks down on it.
We used to do steak ham, too, when I used to make my sandwiches.
That's
I don't
right.
do steak ham as much anymore, but...
Yeah, we used to buy the Canadian bacon, the little, like, round ham slices.
Mm-hmm. Ah, delicious. Makes me want to make breakfast for dinner.
Yeah. Home fries is one of those things, too, that, like, when I go out to breakfast, I will, like, literally just tell them not to put it on my plate, because I won't eat them from a restaurant, usually, because they're too soft. There's one place, however, in Wilton, that is my favorite breakfast place I've ever had, and they, like, deep fry their home fries, which is why I like them so much, and their lattes are good, and it's the best breakfast I've ever had. It's run by one guy, and it's 45 minutes away from my house. Like, there's one guy who's the chef and the host and the waiter. So you're there for, like, good 2 hours for breakfast, but it's so worth it. All right, we are in the top 5 potatoes. And I already have my top 3. So what am I missing? I need hash brown. What am I missing here? Oh, number 5 is roasted. Because roasted is it's an easy way you get the crispy potato, and you can slice and roast them. You can cut them into quarters and roast them if you have, like, the baby red potatoes. You can like sometimes you can spiral them if you're going real fancy with it. Or like smashed, not smashed in the mashed sense, but when you like half bake a mini potato and then you squash it with a cup and then you roast it. So that's one of the most versatile potato forms for me. And you get kind of the same result no matter what, but
I'll go with the roasted too.
Roasted.
I like roasted. We had that for supper tonight. Like, again, you can cook it in many different ways. We just do basic, little olive oil, some salt and pepper, garlic, herb stuff, fried up. I mean, roasted up in the oven for a little while.
I think it's technically the healthiest way to enjoy potatoes. If you go very light on the oil.
Baked potatoes are the better ways because there's nothing you don't add.
Oh, if you don't put anything on it.
No, if you don't put anything on it.
Yeah.
See, my baked potatoes do half and half. So one side's just butter, one side's just cheese.
Yeah. Because you avoid the butter with the roasted. So you can technically just do it with no oil at all and just put spices on it.
Right. Same thing with baked potato. I rub in oil and then bake them. I don't put any butter or anything until after.
Well, you still put it on after is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like roasted, you can go without the fat.
Right.
What about you, Shannon? Do we have roast? She doesn't have roasted yet. I wonder where her roast will go.
I think I'm gonna go with French fries. Number 5.
At number 5?
I know. I'm looking at the list and I'm like, this feels wrong, but I think it's right. I don't know. I like they're great and I love them, and it's kind of sad to see them so low on the list, but I don't know. I don't know if they're bringing as much to the table, because sometimes you get I think for the amount of times you get a good French fry, you also get bad ones. Like out at fast food or at restaurants. Sometimes you get a sad limp fry and it's not.
This topic's gonna come back up, but are you a crispy fry person or a soft fry person?
I think crispy.
Yeah.
Not like to the point of being burnt, but crispier.
I like crispy with a little soft. It's got to be soft in the middle. I don't mind limp ones. Like if you get it like at a restaurant, certain ones, and they come steamed out. I don't mind that, but I prefer homemade French fries.
Yeah, you also like steak fries though. You don't mind them cut a little thicker. I like them. I like shoestring. I like teeny tiny and crispy. But okay,
yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle of you two, I think.
Yeah, like the traditional soft, like pub fry.
Yeah.
Nice. We've got the whole gamut of fries here. Do you like JoJo's? Do you know what a JoJo is, Shannon?
I do know what a JoJo is, and they're not my favorite. I think that's we've crossed the line.
Yeah.
Having too much middle.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, like, it's not as good as a baked potato. It's not as good as a fry. It's not as good as a roasted potato. It's just like the mediocre. It's not
as good as the potato skins, you know? It's
potatoes, yeah. It's like the most mediocre of all of those things, when if you just did it any other way, it'd be better. But some people love them. It's just like a quarter of a potato. You might as well just have a baked potato. Just cut it in half. Save yourself a cut.
Absolutely.
All right.
One less cut.
One less cut. So I have hash brown. I love hash browns from almost anywhere. I love them from breakfast places and stuff. When they're nice and it's like crispy and they're like browned on the edges. I have yet to make my own, but I think I'd be good at making my own. But the ones like from Trader Joe's or from Market Basket are really good. And they're great in the air fryer.
But you like the oval shaped hash brown, not the shredded hash brown.
No, I like the shredded. I get the shredded from Shaw's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you like, I'm not gonna go shred a potato when I could just like make home fries, you know?
They probably cook faster.
Oh, for sure. I think you need more oil though. They're basically like shallow fried.
Yeah.
The opposite of deep fry. Nice.
All right, I'll go. What was my last one? Roasted. I'll have to go with the home fries on that one because even though, again, no rhyme or reason, I would eat it every day.
Cool.
Home fries you can do a lot with as well. You can eat it with a lot of different meals as a side for anything.
It's right up there with the roasted. They're just reliable sides.
Yeah.
Roasted and home fries, almost kind of the same thing. I mean, home fries you would cook on the stove with butter. Roasted, I cook in the oven with, olive oil and stuff like that. They almost taste the same.
Yeah.
I
think roasted has a better texture.
Roasted, they cut them differently than I would home fries. I quarter them and then slice them thin. But they were pretty crispy today too, though. They had a nice crisp to them.
Mm-hmm. I think home fries also they get dry quicker. And obviously that's coming from someone who fries the crap out of them. Versus like roasted, they stay, even when they get crispy, they're not dry. But, sorry, Shannon, go ahead. What were you going to say?
You're good. No, I didn't realize how similar they were until we started talking about it. But yeah, taste-wise, they're kind of same page. Okay. Number 4. I'm going to put the scalloped potato.
Oh, they were far up for you.
I haven't put it on the board yet. They are far up. I think it's because I don't get them all that often. And whenever I see them out and about or like see them in the store, I get really excited. Like, this is an event potato.
Yeah, it's definitely not an everyday potato. Scalloped potatoes. There's so much. Even if you get them from a box, they're just a lot on your stomach and your mental state, even if they're really good. They're just a lot.
They're a lot. And you gotta be like mentally prepared for it, like you said. But when I am, I really, really love it.
Yeah. They're definitely one of those, like, that's like a craving potato.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're up to the top 3.
I know. My top 3 will mostly make sense. And I know we'll get back around to that. So my number 3 is chips. I, for a long time, said I did not like chips. And I mean, I don't like a lot of chips, but I like potato chips. I don't like sun chips or things like that, or a lot of cheese snacks, but a good, like, barbecue potato chip or, like, sour cream and onion. They just hit the spot when you have them. And they're great when you have just, like, a little bag with your lunch next to your sandwich or salad and whatever. So, they're tried and true, I think.
Great.
Yeah, chips go with anything, really.
Yeah.
Burgers, snacks. My number 3 would be baked potatoes.
Baked potato.
Yeah.
She has these often when my Nana comes over.
Yeah,
that's a good
lunch tomorrow. Baked potatoes.
Yeah. And she puts them, like, back in the oven once she puts the cheese on and broils it nice and soft. And yeah.
That's awesome. So I know we've sort of talked about toppings that we like to put on, but do you have a go-to, like, your favorite things to add to it?
To baked potato?
Mm-hmm.
Cheese and bacon. Butter. Mm-hmm. I don't like sour cream.
Yeah. I like a trusty... I don't even, like, love cheese on it, but if there's, like, butter and garlic and then, like, sour cream and scallions, I do not like bacon on potatoes.
That's so funny that you say that, because I was just about to put my 2 cents in, like, oh, as long as it has bacon, I'll probably...
Anything's good with bacon.
All of our food preferences are either, like, dead, like, equal or complete opposites.
So, like I said earlier, I take a baked potato if I bake it, and then when I'm ready to eat it, I cut in half, right, down the middle, spread them open, and one side I'll just put butter on it, and then the other side I'll put, like, my cheese and my bacon, but my cheese has to be freshly shredded cheese, not from a bag.
Yeah, we're that bougie family that pulls out the shredder once a week to shred a bucket of cheese to put in the fridge.
Love it. It tastes so much better when you do it like that.
Oh, fresh cheese is so much better. Yeah.
Because it has like
Melts better too.
because it has cornstarch usually on shredded cheese to keep it from sticking and clumping together. And if you're gonna shred it often enough and it's not gonna stay in your fridge for weeks, like it's fine to shred your own. It's sticky, yeah, but it's kind of worth it.
Definitely worth it. And then I put that, once I do that and get it all together with my bacon and cheese, I put it on the broiler and let the cheese kind of crisp up a little bit.
The cheese on the potato goes blub blub blub.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Elios.
Yeah. That's the best when it gets broiled and then it's like a little bit brown, right?
Yes. My mother really likes it like that too. She likes hers nice and crispy, the cheese nice and crispy on the top.
Hi, Nana.
Hi, Nana.
Did I tell you? She told me I can't mention her in the podcast anymore, so I've exclusively mentioned her on the podcast pretty much once an episode.
Mother, mother, mother. Hello, mother. How are you, mother?
Hi, Ma.
Baked potatoes tomorrow, Ma.
Or a week ago. Does this one get uploaded next Monday?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, whatever. All right, we're on Shannon's number 3.
Number 3, it's gonna be hash browns for me. I think I also sort of want to have an honorable mention here for tater tots.
Yes.
It's like a similar texture. Yeah.
I love taters.
They're great.
Isn't that weird?
Taters.
Tater tots, hash brown, like, nope.
You really don't like shredded potato.
No, I don't like the mushy.
You like it solid or smashed to smithereens. Just like, she's the same thing with pasta. She likes her pasta very well done or raw. She does not like it al dente.
No.
Very much like one extreme or the other.
Interesting.
I don't mind like a hash brown from McDonald's. I'll take that. You know, nice and crispy on the outside, you know. But
it's a perfect complement to other McDonald's food, but you wouldn't get it alone or pair it with anything else in the world.
We bought those tater tots though from the freezer aisle. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
If they're cooked right, but it's not something I would pick and choose to eat.
Yeah.
Fair. I also enjoy from Dunkin' Donuts their hash browns. I feel like that's a good add-on.
I find theirs to be like sometimes too seasoned for me. Like there's too much seasoning going on, and I think if like I'm getting like a fast food thing, I'm fine with it just tasting like grease, which is gross, but they're not bad. And I do like that they're little coins versus like a big like slab. Shout out Dunkin's. All right. My number 2 is the only soft potato in the top 10, and it's mashed potato. And that's why I was a little bit amazed that Shannon's was all the way back at 7, and that's okay. I assumed mashed was like a top 3 for every human being on the planet, but that's fine. Mashed is just perfect. They're just like, it's a perfect food. Because you can do whatever with it. I've never had bad mashed potatoes. Even if there's like a little skin in there, I don't even care. A little butter on top, a little garlic. I put some of my garlic confit in there the other day. It was really good. My breath smelled bad all day. But gotta love me some mashed potatoes.
Yeah. That's a toss-up. Mash and fries. I don't know. I'm going to have to go with fries because mash has always been my go-to choice. Fries are just one of my favorites as well. Any kind of homemade fries. I prefer homemade fries. Either with gravy, with ketchup. Doesn't matter. Homemade fries are the
Doesn't
best.
matter. Those are the only 2 things you'll ever put on fries. You won't dip them in honey mustard.
Oh, honey mustard is good with fries too.
You like?
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought it was only the 99's honey mustard you liked.
No.
You like it in general? Yeah. Oh, well. Look at me standing corrected.
Right.
Shannon, do you have a favorite thing to dip a French fry in?
Ketchup is usually my go-to, but I'm also a fan of honey mustard.
I think honey mustard's my favorite condiment.
Yeah. Honestly, outside of those 2, I wouldn't really dip it in anything else.
Nana dips hers in mayonnaise.
I know. I don't have anything against mayonnaise. I know Shannon hates mayonnaise. Or at least hated it as a kid.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten better as an adult. I still wouldn't, like, add it to a sandwich, like a turkey club or something, if I had a choice.
Is it mayonnaise or is it Miracle Whip? Both you don't like?
That's a good question. I'm not a Miracle Whip fan, like that brand.
I love Miracle Whip.
Yeah, that's what we
I know
use.
we have it in the house all the time, the same way with like wheat bread. Like I just like it because it's comforting. It's familiar.
I do like wheat bread. I'm on that train.
White bread is really boring when you start eating wheat bread all the time. White bread is just like, this tastes like chalk.
Ours is fake white wheat bread.
Yeah, but it's still better than white. Like we have split top wheat, like grocery store brand split top wheat, but it's still more flavor than the grocery store white or like Wonder Bread.
Yeah, but pure wheat bread, no, can't do it.
I love wheat bread. I like the Dave's bread. I think we talked about this last episode or the one before that. The one that's like just straight grains and nuts shaped like a log.
That weighs a ton.
That weighs a ton. Yeah, pretty good. Because Shannon had ham salad every day for lunch in SJA.
No way.
And never was there mayo in it.
No, there's always mayo in that.
Wait, what? I thought you didn't have mayo. I remember you hating mayo on sandwiches as a kid. Oh, yeah, maybe you didn't put extra.
Yeah, because it's mixed in, it's fine. It's just chilling there. But like I wouldn't add it extra.
Ah, okay. I misunderstood that then like years ago.
Yeah. Did you really? I'm sorry. So my family's ham salad recipe is like the crumbled up ham, mayonnaise, relish, and mustard. So I really just love the image of me like keeping all these ham crumbles together with just mustard and relish. Like that's what you thought I ate?
That's what I thought it was. And you know what's stupid is I think I helped you make it once and I forgot that there was actual mayo in it. Because I remember your mom taking out the KitchenAid mixer and putting on the meat grinder attachment, and we made it. And she was like, because I was always so excited to cook with you and your mom, and I was like, yeah, I get to make Shannon's lunches with her, because it was like a Sunday we were hanging out.
Yeah.
Our play dates. But yeah, wow, I really had it in my head that it just like, because it was also ham. I didn't have ham salad very often, so ham could very well glue itself together on its own for me. You know, I didn't know. Shannon also likes Spam, so.
I do.
Oh, Mom shook her head at that one. She does not like Spam.
That's okay. I know not everyone's gonna side with me on that one.
She's trying to get her friend Peter to try it. And Peter was like, absolutely not.
It's definitely a unique taste.
Yeah, it's salt.
It's salt.
It's primarily just salt.
Just
with salt topped with ham.
In a can.
In a can. As if the experience already was not that appetizing, let's put it in a can.
Yeah. But I can see why it's definitely like a comfort food for people. Like I'm sure Pepe would love.
No, Nana.
No, Nana likes Spam.
Matondana.
Matondana likes Spam?
I think so. I think she yeah.
Matondana is the only person I know who like literally loves salad to the point where they would order it at a restaurant as their entire meal. And she did it the other day. And she's like, I love salad, dude. She was so excited for her fruit and it was like a strawberry pecan salad.
Mm-hmm.
But
good for her.
Yeah. I don't like leafy salads. Like if you give me like a black bean salad, I'm in, or like a quinoa salad. I just don't like lettuce or kale or spinach. It's the leafy green that doesn't do it for me. All right. Shannon, you're number 2.
My number 2. This is tricky. I'm down to roasted and chips. Those are my options.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to put chips as number 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because I feel like as we're talking about potatoes, I have to also consider like potatoes that I enjoy making. And I think because I don't make chips, I just like buy them in a store. That's kind of a cop-out number 1 answer. I don't want that to be at the top of the list.
Okay.
As good as they are. But my favorite chip flavor is cheddar and sour cream.
Nice. That one's a good one.
Have you ever made homemade chips before?
I haven't.
We have a few times. It's a lot of work. You might as well just make French fries.
That's fair.
Well, you got to have the right tools. You got like the mandolin. You have to,
yeah,
cut them perfectly thin. The oil's got to be hot enough.
Mm-hmm.
And they burn quickly.
They do burn quickly.
You got like a peak time to grab them. So they're really good if they're done right, but at that point, you might as well just make French fries.
But it's the same thing. You can add whatever seasoning you want to your potato chips after as well.
I've never made flavored potato chips. Like, I've just always done salt.
Dad did. Dad's added like
Did he?
Yeah, like
he made
hot sauce, hot spices and stuff to them.
Mm.
Have you heard of the rosemary and olive oil chips?
I've heard of them. I've never tried them, but it sounds pretty good. It sounds very Italian, is what it sounds.
I haven't tried them. Honestly, I didn't even know they existed until I think like a month ago. And I was at work, and two of my coworkers, like independently, said that it was their favorite chip, and then they found out that they shared that in common, and they were like, "That's amazing."
Is it a supermarket sell? Is it that where they sell them, or?
It's I think the brand that I saw it was called Deep River.
Oh.
Yeah, Deep River potato chips has that flavor, and I think it's just sold in stores, to my knowledge.
I'm not a rosemary fan, though.
No.
Yeah, it can be very strong.
Yeah, it's like cilantro and stuff like that.
Every time I hear rosemary, I get Simon and Garfunkel stuck in my head. No, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I have that on vinyl. That song is wild. If you actually like listen to the words, it makes no sense. Like, there's a story there, but like no sentence like makes sense to the sentence before it. Anyway, that's a weird turn. My number one is fries, and as much as mashed potatoes are a perfect food, fries are too. It's a great. It's definitely like my number one side to order out. I love when Mom makes them. I don't like steak fries or like soft fries, but I like fries enough to still have them as number one.
Fries are good.
Fries are good.
My number one's gonna have to be mashed.
And you just like just butter, milk, and
that's
salt, pepper.
Some garlic seasoning.
Yeah.
You know.
Nice and simple.
Yeah. Definitely. But Shannon's idea of putting bacon and, mashed potatoes sounds pretty good too. I've never tried. I don't think I probably have tried it, but not something I do.
I haven't tried it
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely would recommend. It's
Do you buy like baking bits, or do you buy like fresh bacon and cook it and then chop it up and put it in there? Or?
Yeah, that's a good question. We used to buy bacon bits in the bag all the time, but then we just started buying like the Costco size packs of bacon, and then we'll make it and actually stick it back in the freezer. So then when we want to use bacon, we can take it out of the freezer and crumble it up.
That's a great idea. Because I was buying like the microwave bacon that's like the Oscar Mayer or the pre-made. It's already cooked. You just heat it up for 30 seconds, not even. And that works out too, but there's not a lot in the packages.
My bologna has a first name.
But never thought to refreeze it. That's a good idea.
There you go. They're the Costco queens over there.
Yeah.
The champions of Costco is the Bercy family. Not to mention that three of them have worked there at any given point, but yeah. She brought us bowls from Costco.
She did.
I did already eat soup and grilled cheese out of them.
Dad wants to go check out Costco. A lot of people say the meats are better there. We just haven't gone there yet.
Yeah, and we like already have a membership to another one, so. See, if we didn't have like BJ's, like at B's, he'd be like, "Oh, we'll go get it for a month."
No,
but, like,
we can still get it. He gets it through his work, so it's discounted.
Oh, sweet!
So it's not full price.
Oh, well, that's cool.
I was just about to say, if you need a membership card, I'm here. I'll go with you.
Do you still work there?
I don't, but after I stopped working there, my brother and I split, like we share a card now.
Oh, nice.
So we'll split the cost of it.
Yep.
Yep.
What's the membership cost for the year?
So there's two options. You can do the $60 one, which just gets you in the door, or one that's $120 a year. And with that one, you get 2% cash back on everything that you buy in the store.
And they give you that back at the end of the year, right?
Yeah, it comes as like a check you get in the mail.
Okay.
I mean, that's not bad.
Exactly. That's I think the appeal for a lot of people that get it. If they're in there buying a bunch anyway, they're gonna make that cash. So it's like, might as well get it.
Yeah.
So we usually go about once a week. Every now and then. It's at least, you got 4 weeks in a month. We go at least 3 times a week. I mean, 3 times a month.
Yeah, we go through a lot of...
But we don't buy the
BJ's
same thing
foods.
all the time. Like, he likes to buy his meats there, so it's every week, because they're always eating a lot of chicken and stuff.
Yeah. You get salmon and stuff. That's good there.
Yeah.
But Costco, like, I've seen a lot of, like, Costco finds, that, like, BJ's doesn't quite have. Because they each have their own, like, unique...
Yeah, and BJ's, you
foods.
can double up on your coupons, too. You can use outside coupons. I don't know about Costco. Do they do coupon books and stuff like that, or outside coupons?
Sure. You can't usually like stack the coupons, but they do have a coupon book that comes out.
Yeah.
I guess, like, if you had the bonus membership, like, it would pay for itself for you guys.
So we've never got it at BJ's just because he gets it through his work.
Yeah.
So he got it, like, it costs us $30 a year.
That's not bad.
No.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot but we don't do the extra, whereas you can get, like, the BJ's card and you get the percentage, like you said, Shannon, 2% back or the cash back. Yeah. It says it on your receipt what you would have gotten back or what you've purchased for the year, but...
Yeah, I definitely expected the number to be higher. Even with, like, she said, like, the 120 or whatever. With 2% cash back. Like, after so much, you make that back. I think I said the wrong number earlier. I didn't calculate 2% properly. But, like, if you go as much as we go for this household, it would pay for itself at some point.
Yeah.
But, all right. We have one more number one before we finish our ranking here. And we know what it is because this is an elimination thing. But, Shannon, the stage is yours.
Yeah, number one is roasted. Honestly, I didn't even know that was going to be number one. And I was looking at this list. But yeah, I think it's just great for, like, it's a nice, quick, and easy one. If you want to make it, we have it for sides for dinners a lot in our house. And I feel like I've gotten to a point now where I'm confident enough where I'll just sort of, like, throw in whatever spices I'm feeling in the moment, and I know it's going to come out okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're great. They usually don't disappoint. And I feel pretty, I don't want to say powerful in the kitchen. That feels too strong. But, like, I'm confident in the kitchen when I'm making those because I don't need, like, the guidelines for it anymore.
Yeah, it's one of those foods that makes you feel like a chef. You take it out and it's just really pretty looking and just you throw the spices on as you feel it,
Yeah.
Yeah, roasted potatoes are pretty good. They're all pretty good.
They're all pretty good. So we, the only overlaps we had were, Mom and I both put roasted as number 5. And Shannon and I both put home fries as number 6. Other than that, we were completely unique from each other.
So interesting.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. Well, this has been fun. Do you have any closing thoughts, Mom? I should also say, her name is Nicole. I don't even think I ever used her name, but Mom is fine.
That's fine.
Y'all can call her Mom. Or Miss Nicole.
No, like I said, I could eat any one of these any time of the day.
Any honorable mentions that didn't make it on the list? Because besides tater tots, which have been mentioned, I just want to throw out potato sticks because they're a good snack.
Potato sticks are good.
Forgot about those.
Yeah. I mean, they're really just hash browns, but a little bit more well done.
Sticks in a can.
Sticks in a can. Those cans were iconic in, like, the 2010s.
You know what we forgot?
What did we forget?
Potatoes in the can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mom loves potatoes in the can.
Potatoes in a can. Have you ever tried those, Shannon?
I don't think so.
It's just canned potatoes, pan fried.
Yep. They're sliced up. Like, they're all peeled, but there's 3 ways you can get them whole. Like, they look like those little,
They look like grapes, right?
You know those little red potatoes that you can buy in a bag? They're little small ones. Yeah. So they take those and they slice them up, like, straight down the middle, So they're sliced, and then they put them in a can. And then the other ones are
Sliced.
no, that's the whole ones, the whole like that, but
Yeah.
they're peeled. And then they slice them, and then they have cube ones, like little home fry ones.
Yeah. Perfect size for home fries.
Yeah.
They're what is it? Monopoly dice sized. But yeah, she loves those. And those are like on the same, they're like, they could be roasted. They could be home fried. They could, like, they're in there. But
We just pan fry them.
yeah.
You know, if I don't feel like making home fries for breakfast, I'll take out a couple cans of potatoes in a can and cook those up.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
prefer a fresh potato though.
Yeah, fresh potatoes still good, but potatoes in the can, fried up with some green beans, French style green beans in the can, fried
Oh, ew. French style green beans. Ugh. Ugh.
Um,
Do you know what those are?
yeah, I love them.
Literally,
Yep.
the nastiest way to eat green
Fry
beans
those
is
up.
shredded.
Yeah, and cook them and eat them with potatoes in the can.
And you
It's
don't like
best.
shredded potatoes. They're so soggy.
No, you fry them and they get nice and crispy a
No,
little
they
bit.
don't get crispy.
They don't, but they do.
A
Gross.
visceral reaction, Caitlin. Then.
Ugh, I will eat green beans raw before I eat them French style. Ugh. Don't shred my green beans. They're bad enough as they are whole.
Yeah, I guess.
What a terrible closing statement.
No.
Ugh.
No, I
Disgusting.
like potatoes, all kinds of potatoes. Doesn't matter, except for, like you said, the hash browns or the certain potatoes. But other than that,
Yeah.
I'm a potato person.
Yeah. And as we discovered on a previous podcast with Susrita, like potatoes are in all three of our top 3 veggies.
Mm-hmm.
So potatoes are they're a real winner when it
Potatoes,
comes to
cheese, and bacon.
produce. Potatoes, cheese, and bacon. Yeah.
And gravy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a cheese episode. We had a potato episode now.
We're going to have to make Shannon some homemade french fries.
Hell yeah. You got to come back
Right.
over. I know you were just here last weekend, but you got to come back.
Anytime. I'll bring my Costco membership.
Okay.
There you go. We'll try it out.
We'll go have an outing to Costco.
There you go.
Alrighty. Thank you, Mom, for joining us
You're
finally.
welcome. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome back
Thank you.
whenever. You're the easiest to schedule because you're just in the next room.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you, everyone else, for listening. Welcome back to the table once again. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Shannon. I don't know exactly posting schedule, but if this is the last episode before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays for those who celebrate other holidays.
Editing Caitlin here. Clearly I didn't post this before Christmas. I didn't even post it before the New Year. But, Happy New Year. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week. Bye!